Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Welcome back, dear brothers and sisters. I welcome you all to Medina Book 3. Alhamdulillah, I congratulate everybody who has done our course along with us and finished successfully Medina Book 2. And inshallah, once we have through with the Medina Book 2, the Medina Book 3 should be very easy, inshallah. So this is going to be our class 1. And what are we going to learn today? So this will be a transition to book 3. So we're going to do some concepts, some understand few terminologies which will help us to understand the things in book 3 in an easy manner. So we know the Arabic is constructed for 3 things, which is ism, fa'al and harf. So we've done about ism extensively in book 1. We've learned few things in book 2 as well, and fa'al we've done fa'al thalathi mujarrad, the 3-letter fa'al in depth, in complete detail, and in between we have done different types of harf as well. So inshallah, in today's class we're going to learn the concepts of ism fa'il, ism maf'ul, ism zaman and ism makan. So what is ism fa'il? So just a brief introduction, it's not in very detail. So it describes the person doing an action. It describes the person doing an action, and that ism fa'il actually becomes an naat or like an adjective, but it's not called an adjective, it's called as an active participle, because that is the thing which is actually carrying out an action. So once I give example, it will be more clear, inshallah. Just remember these things. It is active participle, and in the 3-letter fa'al, it has a particular pattern. So once we know the pattern, so we will know that this is an ism fa'il. And ism fa'il is a word which is formed from the verb which is used. It is a word which is formed, it is a noun which is formed from the fa'al which is used. So let's bring some example and I'll explain. So we know fa'al is actually doing an action. So it's a verb and it describes an action. For example, kataba, he wrote; daraba, he hit; and jalasa, he sat. So fa'al, this is the fa'al which describes an action. And what is the fa'il? So fa'il, it tells us who is doing this action. So we are very much comfortable and we know everything in detail about fa'il. So for example, if you say kataba Rashidun, so Rashidun is the fa'il because he is writing. So daraba Aliyun, Aliyun hit; and jalasa Hamidun, Hamidun sat. So this is the fa'il. So now what is ism fa'il? So if we take these 3, Rashid, Ali and Hamid, so if these, the fa'il, the name which is given to the person doing an action, it is not the name of the person, it is not the name of the object, but it is the name given to a person doing an action. That is what, and that fa'il, as long as it is in the state of being doing an action, so that name is called ism fa'il. For example, if you say kataba Rashidun, and as long as Rashid is writing, what is he called? Katibun. So that is the state of a person during an action. And the difference between the ism fa'il and masdar, masdar we know there is no tense and there is no subject attached to it. But whereas in ism fa'il, there is always a subject. There's someone who is in the position of ism fa'il, katibun. So who is the katibun here? Rashidun. For example, daraba Aliyun, so it will be daribun. So he is the one who is hitting. And jalasa Hamidun and jalisun. So this is how you describe ism fa'il. It is a noun which is derived from the fa'il, but it has an subject. So it is not same as masdar, not to be confused, which does not have neither a subject or nor the tense. Like julusun, sitting. So we don't know who is sitting, but jalisun is somebody is sitting. So this we need to be clear, inshallah. So if we take a 3-letter fa'al, we are doing a 3-letter fa'al. So we know it's got different forms. like what we did, for example, was the salim fal. So we know we have ajwaf mithal and ajwaf and naqis. So how is this ism fa'il on the pattern of fa'ilun? So that is when you say fa'il, and ism fa'il is in the pattern of fa'ilun. So like katibun is fa'ilun, that's the pattern. So in misal, for example, if we say wajada, he found, wajidun is a person who is finding it, wajidun. So it will behave, the misal will normally behave like a normal salim fa'al. But we have to remember the slight changes in ajwaf and naqis. So what happens in ajwaf, if like for example ba'a, so this alif is changed into hamza. So if you want to bring this in the pattern of fa'ilun, so it will be ba'i'un, ba'i'un. So this alif is turned into hamza. So that is tells us that is the ism fa'il. So if you say qala, so it is qa'ilun, qa'ilun, the person who is talking. So it's qa'ilun. Ba'a is selling, the person who is selling is called ba'i'un. So when you come to, this is the ajwaf. So when you come to naqis, so what happens in naqis? It's called ism manqus. For example, masha. So we know this alif maksura is here. So if we want to make it in the pattern of fa'ilun, if you want to make ism fa'il, so what is it? It should have been mashiyun, fa'ilun. So what happens? Because it is a ya, this ya is completely dropped. So it becomes masha. And it has got one kasra. So what happens now? Once this weak letter is dropped and there's a compensatory kasra comes. So this is the speciality, is whenever there is a weak letter is dropped for ism fa'il, the compensatory kasra comes and becomes mashin. And in future when we learn, we know, we will see that if there is a fatha, then there will be compensatory fatha to make it tanween. Now we got kasra, so it will be a compensatory kasra. So mashin. So qadi will be qadin. So that's the ism fa'il. So these are the salim words, and misal and ajwaf and naqis. This is how you make the ism fa'il. So we'll learn quickly about ism maf'ul. So what is ism maf'ul? Ism maf'ul is also called as passive participle. So like ism fa'il is active participle, that he is the one who is doing the action, he is active in the action, and passive, he is the one who is receiving the action. So what is the person who is receiving action is called maf'ul, ism maf'ul. So we know maf'ulun bihi is like fa'il, it has got a name. Maf'ulun bihi is the name of the object, but what is during he is receiving the action, and what is the noun, it is called ism maf'ul. Let's give some examples inshallah. So it is a noun which indicate the action of verb which is done on. So if you want to describe it, it is the noun which will tell us that the action has been taken upon. So it's called maf'ul. And what's the pattern of ism maf'ul? It's very easy, it is maf'ulun, maf'ulun. So let's bring some example. Daraba is fa'al, yadribu mudari' madrubun. So this is the ism which tells us that the action has been taken upon. So madrubun is a maf'ulun. So if you want to say nasara, he helped, yansuru, he helps. Mansurun is a thing which is being helped. Maf'ulun is mansurun. Nazara yanzuru manzurun, the thing which has been seen, manzurun. So again, this ism maf'ul, so it has, we have to learn about the different constructions, which the changes which takes place in the different forms of fa'il. So it's a 3-letter mujarrad. Again we did salim. So if you want to bring your mithal, ajwaf, and your naqis. So what happens? So we know misal, it's normally behaves like a normal salim word. So we say wajada, so we say wajidun. So what is the thing which is being found is passive participle is mawjudun. So we know mawjud, we say so many times, but it's called, it is ism maf'ul, mawjud, maf'ulun. So when it comes to ajwaf, so we need to know that this alif can be waw or ya, right? So what happens is that waw or ya, it becomes visible. So when it change to ism maf'ul, so we need to remember here. So in ajwaf, if it's ism maf'ul, the waw or ya becomes visible, and again some further changes takes place. Whereas in ism fa'il, that alif it changes into hamza. We need to keep it in mind. So maqwulun will changes into maqulun for the pronunciation ease. So it is difficult to pronounce maqwulun. So instead of that, one waw is dropped and a dhamma is given to fa kalima is maqulun. So if you say mab'iyun, if it is a ya, so that ya actually becomes visible. So maf'ulun, because of ya, the dhamma is changed into kasra. So we know ya and dhamma are not compatible. So these are things which we need to remember and see how the words are constructed. So mab'iyun, again one ya is dropped, it becomes mabi'un, the thing which is sold, as a commodity, the thing which is sold. So that is the ism maf'ul. So when it comes to naqis, so what happens in naqis, we have alif maksura, or it will have waw. So again here, this waw becomes visible, but there are a lot of changes. The ya brings a lot of changes to the word. So just need to remember now. So if we see bana yabni, so we see mabniyun. So it should be maf'ulun, should have been maf'ulun, but because of ya, that waw is changing to ya again, and the kasra is given over here. Because there are two yas, the yas are assimilated and a shadda is given. So what happens here? Mabniyun will become mabniyun. Mabniyun. So we know what's happening here. It is maf'ulun, because of ya, all the changes takes place and it is turned into mabniyun. So if you give another example, so mad'uun. So if you see here, there's a waw and there's another waw which comes out, and maf'ulun, because there is two waws. So what we do is we assimilate them and give a shadda. It's mad'uun. Okay, mad'uun. So we go to ism zarf. So it's an adverb which is called. So we know ism zarf, there are two types. It's a ism zaman and ism makan. So adverb of time and adverb of place. So again, this ism zarf, both of them have the same pattern, which is most common is maf'alun. The most common pattern what we use is maf'alun for a three-letter fa'al. But there is certain exceptions where we have maf'ilun. Maf'ilun. So if we give some examples, kataba yaktubu. So wahuwa katibun. And what is the place which is written? It's called maktabun. It's a pattern of maf'alun. So and if we give example of ismu makan or ismu zarf, so sajada yasjudu, but here it will be maf'ilun. It is masjidun. So it is a place of worship, masjidun, and maktabun is place of writing. Kharaja yakhruju, the place of exit is makhrajun. And laiba yal'abu, playing, he plays. And where is the place of playing? It's called mal'abun. So isma makan. And kasaba yaksibu will be maksibun. So these are the pattern which we need to remember for ism zarf. For a three-letter fa'al, it's maf'alun, most common, and it comes with meme. That is, we need to remember. And maf'ulun bihi is maf'ulun, comes with meme. We need to remember the patterns, inshallah. So just quick recap. So what we have learned here. So this is how we describe a fa'al in a sequence. like daraba yadribu wa huwa daribun. Ism fa'il. Madrubun ism maf'ul upon which the action is taken out. Madrabun, the place where the action has been taken. Another example, kataba yaktubu wa huwa katibun, maktubun, maktabun. Dakhala yadkhulu. Not every the ism maf'ul will be only in the fa'al muta'addi where there is maf'ulun bihi. If there is fa'al where there is no fa'al lazim, where there is no maf'ulun bihi, you cannot make ism maf'ul. There is no ism maf'ul. So dakhala, he entered. So there is no maf'ulun bihi for that. So you cannot say madkhulun. So there is no madkhulun. Like for example, jalasa yajlisu, there is no majlusun. So dakhala yadkhulu wa huwa dakhilun, one enters, and madkhalun is the place of exit, a place of entry. So that is what I thought will be useful. So inshallah, in the next lesson, we're going to start learning about fa'il thulathi mazid fihi, the different forms of verb. So inshallah, these concepts will make us easy for us to understand the fa'il thulat mazid fihi. So I'll see you again in the next class. Until then, keep practicing. Assalam.